सुरू कर. हो. हां. Recording सुरू केलं. Good morning everybody. I am Dr. Srinivas K. Shetty, HOD and Vice Principal, Sri Shivaji College, Parbhani. I welcome you to this fifth semester. In this semester, I am going to teach you the paper entitled Solid State Physics. In this paper, we will study some basic concepts about the solid state physics. The first unit is crystal structure. First unit is crystal structure. In this unit, we will study some basic concepts about the crystal structure and crystallography. You know, matter is made up of one element or more than one element or its chemical compounds. Matter exists in four different forms, that is solid, liquid, gas and plasma, isn't it? So in solid, the atoms and molecules are bound to each other with certain kind of bond. The atoms and molecules, the position of atoms and molecules is fixed. Solids have definite shape and volume, whereas in case of liquids, there is comparatively weak force of attraction between the atoms and molecules. So atoms and molecules can move from one position to another position. Therefore, liquids have definite volume, but they do not possess definite shape. They acquire the shape of the container. Third state of matter is gas. In case of gas, the intermolecular force of attraction is very weak. The atoms and molecules move from one position to another position. Gases do not possess definite volume or definite shape. Whereas plasma is a mixture of ions and electrons. It is like gas. In solid state physics is a branch of physics which deals with the study of properties of solids and behavior of electrons in the solids. So in solid state physics, we are going to study generally the properties of crystals. So solids can be classified into two categories. One is crystalline solids and another is non-crystalline solids. So what is a crystalline solid? In case of a crystalline solid, there is a regular or periodic arrangement of atoms and molecules. There is a regular arrangement of atoms and molecules. Most of the solids are crystalline in nature. In nature, whatever solids are found, they are mostly crystalline in nature. Because energy released during the formation of ordered structure, crystalline solids is an ordered structure. So, energy released during the formation of ordered structure is more than the energy released during the formation of disordered structure. In order to form a ordered structure, the material should release maximum amount of energy. Therefore, crystalline structure is also a low energy state. Therefore, it is preferred by most of the solids. So, most of the solids exist in crystalline form. Most of the solids exist in crystalline form. So, there are again two types of crystalline solids: single crystalline and polycrystalline. So, in crystals there is a discipline, there is an order, there is an ordered structure of atoms and molecules. In single crystalline, this ordered structure, or which may be called as periodicity, which extends throughout the material. whatever is the arrangement of atoms and molecules, it extends throughout the material. For example, in case of diamond and mica, whereas in case of polycrystalline solids, polycrystalline solid is an aggregate of number of crystallites with random orientations separated by well-defined boundaries. This crystallites, it is an aggregate or group. It is an aggregate or group of small crystallites. These crystallites are called as grains. They are separated from each other by grain boundaries. The separation between two grains is called as a grain boundary. This small crystallite is called as grain, and they are separated by grain boundaries. So a polycrystalline material is an aggregate of number of crystallites. Number of crystallites or grains. A polycrystalline material is more stable as compared to single crystalline form. A polycrystalline material is more stable as compared to single crystalline form. So, this is how they are different from each other. They are different from each other. For example, most of the metals and ceramics are polycrystalline. So, we have seen there are two categories of crystallines, isn't it? Single crystalline and polycrystalline. Single crystalline and polycrystalline. Then non-crystalline materials, isn't it? Non-crystalline materials are also called as amorphous solids. So in case of non-crystalline materials, there is no order, isn't it? So there is a random arrangement of atoms and molecules. The atoms and molecules are not forming an ordered structure. They are randomly arranged in the solid, isn't it? So there is a random arrangement of atoms and molecules. There may exist certain order. There may exist certain order, but this order do not extend beyond few atomic diameters. It do not extend beyond few atomic diameters, isn't it? So there is a short range order. Though there exists some order, the range is very short. It is disturbed after few atomic diameters. So there is at most no order. Such materials are formed when atoms do not get sufficient time to undergo periodic arrangement. When atoms do not get sufficient time to undergo periodic arrangement, then amorphous type of solids are formed, isn't it? For example, glass, rubber, plastic, etc. These are non-crystalline materials, non-crystalline solids. So in this unit, crystal structure, we are going to study some basic concepts about the crystallography. What is crystallography? Crystallography, it is a science which deals with the geometrical forms and physical properties of crystalline solids, isn't it? So geometrical forms and physical properties of how is the arrangement of atoms and molecules in the crystalline solids, what is the geometrical form of their arrangement, and what are the properties of such crystalline solids, and we have to find the correlation between the geometrical structure and the physical properties. This is the basic purpose behind the study of crystallography, isn't it? So solids or crystals exhibit different types of physical properties like thermal property, electrical property, superconducting property, many other properties. So we have to correlate these properties with the geometrical arrangement of atoms and molecules in the crystal. So this comes under a branch which is called as crystallography. In this unit we are going to study some basic concepts about the crystallography. So in this lecture what we have studied is that what is a solid, then what are crystals, and what are non-crystals, then what are the types of crystals, that is single crystalline and polycrystalline, isn't it? What is the difference between a single crystalline and polycrystalline? What are non-crystalline or amorphous solids, and what is the definition of crystallography? So remaining other things we will study in the next video. Thank you.